We're going for it. Y'all ready to eat? I'm ready to eat, I think. I don't know. This is a pretty big meal, and I'm not making it alone. I am doing it with Chef Ed McFarland, and he is the chef, the owner of Ed's Lobster Bar. You can find them in New York, Sag Harbor. And I have a lot to ask him because we are making chicken wings, his version of chicken wings, which is not something that I make very often, and a mac and cheese. So I called it a full-on cheat day. And I hope you'll join us for a delicious evening here. But once the chef gets on, we will invite him in, and he's gonna lead me through the I would have imagined, because I've never done like the deep fried. I've like grilled wings, I've done an oven baked wing, but I have not fried in my kitchen a wing. So we may, I don't know, we'll just try to keep this thing off, not on fire. So when Chef Ed McFarland gets in here, I'm gonna bring him in. We are gonna have the time of our life making some chicken wings, and it's gonna be a great one. Hi everybody. While he's coming in, also, you always have that question mark that's on the bottom left of your screen. So we're giving you access to a chef in this Easy Eats, and you can ask anything. And if it's appropriate, I can put it up on the screen and we can ask Chef Ed. Where is he? Let's see if he's joining in. Anywhere. Request me, chef. Ed McFarland is going to be with us. He's going to be joining us. And you guys can keep, stay in here, ask some questions. Apologies for my wild natural hair, but it is humid. And we just finally turned a little bit of air on because I was like, I don't know if I can fry things looking like this. So I'm going to be a little bit on the shiny side already. Let's see. I don't see him yet. Hoping he comes in. Hi there, Catalano925. Hi, James Martinez. Hello. I'm going to keep saying hi. And Chef McFarland, if you come in, just request me so that I can, or request GMA, obviously. There he is. He's coming in. Ed's Lobster Bar. Boy, lobster sounds good. I remember doing a whole food forecast on lobster.
Hey, Ginger. I'm sorry I had some connection issues there. It wouldn't let me get into the live stream. So I'm here now. So fantastic.
Good.
Just a couple of I'm gonna take one of my headphones off, but just a couple of mistakes. And I was listening to you talk about Easy Eats, and this is perfect for me because.
I think we're losing you here. Oh, yeah, I'm not hearing you anymore. Ed, can you move to maybe a different area? Uh-oh. Looks like we got issues. I'm still finding that you're you're all frozen, Ed. This is like watching somebody in slow-mo. Chef McFarland, you're in slow-mo right now. Would you mind logging off and coming back in? Just try it one more time. I think that might be the best bet. If you can hear me. Today is Ed's birthday.
Now?
Oh.
Are we good?
Oh, I'm hearing you now. Oh,
okay.
And then it froze again. Huh.
Okay, I don't know what's wrong with
I think everybody else everybody else saw that, right? Because you were like, you did slow-mo and then frozen.
Are we good now, though?
I can hear you now.
Can you see me?
Yeah, kind of. It's jumpy, but it'll do.
Okay, well, perfect. So what I was saying was I like the title Easy Eats because I like to cook very simply and keep everything simple.
Good.
So unfortunately, I delayed everybody here, so maybe we should go over our ingredients and get started.
I say we do it. And this is the best part because, as I was saying, I got a bowl full of chicken wings ready to go. I have never fried a chicken wing in my kitchen, so I'm going to need you to help me through it. These are like a Parmesan. There's some cheese, some garlic. Tell me what we're making.
Okay, so we're going to make basic dry garlic Parmesan chicken wings. So once we fry the wings, we'll we'll drain them out, we'll fry them a second time, and then we'll toss them with chopped garlic, Parmesan cheese, and parsley. Super simple and delicious.
Okay. All right, so
And
I'm going to start. I have the water started because we're also making a mac and cheese.
Yes, that's correct. So I'm going to just show you real quick. If you come over and you look at the way I have my pot set up with oil on the stove, so you see it's a little less than halfway. So this way, when we put the wings in, it won't overflow on top. And have it at about 350 degrees, and it's on medium heat.
Okay, because that's why I don't have the oil started.
Okay.
There goes my
So
2-year-old. I'm sorry,
what I would
everybody.
recommend, get your oil started. Do you have the oil on the stove?
Sorry, I gotta.
Is the oil on the stove?
It's going on now.
Okay. So we're going to start with the mac then?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So we're going to cook our pasta for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And I'll drop my, there's nothing in it.
And happy birthday. I don't know that you heard me say that, but I see a lot of notes saying it's your birthday.
Yes, it is. It is my birthday today. Yes. So this is a nice birthday present to get on here and cook with you. So that's fantastic.
Well, thanks for celebrating with us.
Thank you. And so for the mac and cheese, it's super simple. We get the pasta going. Make sure.
Yeah, and I'm using the orecchiette.
I have the orecchiette in the water as well.
And I've been told, like, even in this case, when you're going to use a cheese, you would salt the water, right?
I still salt the water. No matter what, I always heavily salt the water with the pasta. All the time. It makes a big difference in the taste. So
you watching the time, or do I need to watch the time on the pasta?
I can set a timer for us, okay? And I got a timer.
That's probably a good idea.
Our pasta will be ready at
If you're just joining us.
The pasta will be ready at 4:17.
Great. And if you're just joining us, people are starting to ask again. We are making a chicken wing. This is Chef Ed McFarland, and we're making chicken wings and mac and cheese. It's an easy eats recipe that everybody can do right now in their kitchen.
Everybody. And so for the mac and cheese, do you have your cream on the stove already?
No. I thought I was told only to have water on my stove. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I think they wanted to sabotage you today. So get your cream on the stove, reducing. And so we have a full quart of cream. Yeah. And put it on medium heat.
And what kind of pan should I put this in? I
would put it in a sauce pot or a shallow sauce pot. I have something on the stove that kind of has a wide surface area. So you see like that as a wide surface area so that you can whisk the cheese in very easily.
Okay.
And I like to use cream because even though it's a little more expensive and it's a little heavier, it really makes the dish taste a lot better to use cream as opposed to milk. And I don't really like to put flour and sauces either to thicken them.
All right, so just warm this, the whole thing, right?
Yeah, pour the whole thing.
This is a quart, never mind.
Yeah, that's a quart. Yeah, pour the whole thing in. You have a pound of cheese, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And warm it. Okay. Okay, great.
Okay.
We're on.
So let that.
You can go ahead, and I can catch up. Don't worry.
You're sure? So I'm gonna come over here then and come over here with this. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn my camera around for a second if I can. I can't actually.
Yeah.
So come right over here, and so I'm gonna start to whisk the cheese into the sauce. Hold that above there, and I have the gas on now that the cream is reduced. It's on a medium heat. Mm-hmm. Get that in there.
When you had that was your Velveeta, and you had it kind of cut up?
I have it cut into cubes, yes.
Okay.
And I mean, you can throw the whole block in there. It'll just take a little longer to melt down.
Right.
And I don't think it's in the recipe, but what I like to do here is with the Velveeta and the cream is put just a little pinch of pepper in.
Okay. Now, I haven't used Velveeta. I can't tell you the last time I had Velveeta around. Why do you like to use it? It just seems like the ultimate melt.
You know what it is? It's kind of like nostalgia, and it's perfect. It is the perfect melt. And the way I do my mac and cheese in the city at the restaurant is I use the Velveeta with a lobster stock, and just the coloring works really well for me for the recipe. I mean, you could use any kind of white cheddar or any cheese would work, any shredded cheese. You can really pretty much mix anything you want in. I just, you know, for nostalgia purposes and ease, this is kind of the best cheese to use.
And while we wait for some of this, can you tell me how, I know the restaurants are starting to open up. We may get to phase 2 here very soon to be able to eat outside. Tell me how Ed's is going to work it.
So we have tables that we're ready to go with outside, and we have some staff that's back in. We never shut down at all. We've been open for takeout straight through. We shut for a couple of days here and there, just for rest and recovery and things like that. But for the most part, we've been fully open. So we're kind of just really waiting on the full guidance of what we're allowed to do. And from what it sounds like, we can pretty much stick tables anywhere we want in front of the restaurant. That's kind of how I hear it. And we have tables outside already. So, and people are sitting at them. We're not doing service, so to speak, at them, but you can walk up to the door, order, and then sit down, and we'll kind of just drop the food on the table for you in to-go containers. And that's kind of worked really well. And my neighbors are all doing the same thing. So it's been pretty nice.
And at this point, just to catch everybody up, we're making the mac and cheese first, and we've got the, or I can see in the pot boiling away, and then I'm warming my cream and my oil.
So, Ginger, one of the things you can do with your oil is just put one chicken wing in there and let it sit in there, and then when it starts to bubble, we'll know that your oil is ready.
Oh, okay. So just throw one in now?
Yeah, just put one in there. This way, when it starts to bubble, it's hot. We know your oil's ready.
Okay.
It's not going to hurt the chicken wing at all.
It's got a little bubble, but not a lot.
No, yeah, you'll see it'll start to really bubble, and the wing it'll look like you dropped it into a fryer.
Yeah, okay. So is there a need to season the chicken prior to any of this?
No, I do not season the chicken prior to this. I will hit it with salt and pepper after we cook it the second time. But you know what? You're pretty good there, I think. That looks good.
Yeah.
If you want to drop the wings in, we got to time them for 15 minutes for the first cook. Yeah. So we can go ahead and put the wings in now while we're finishing the other dish. And that time is going to be 4:25 for the wings.
Okay, so the wings went in.
Yeah. So we're just
and these are kind of like these are double fried, right? That's what you're about to do?
Yeah, so we double cook them just to ensure that they're cooked enough. If you know, one of the big things with wings, when you get a wing and you don't like it, it's generally because it's not cooked enough. And it's generally because they didn't fry it twice. So it makes a big difference to fry your wings twice.
How does that look? Do I look like I'm doing right?
So you can take a look at the way oh wow, that looks great. You got that going perfect, Ginger.
Okay.
How's your cream doing?
Cream's coming up. It's going a little slower, but
okay.
It's got a little bubble on the sides.
We have about 4 more minutes on the pasta.
Yep. How are you guys doing? How's everybody? How's your family?
You know, everybody's doing good. We're keeping busy. You know, the whole school thing from home was kind of weird, and
yeah, now that's over.
Very different. School's very different now, I think, than it was when I was there, at least, anyway. And but we managed, and you know, we have a lot of space, so it's good. And you know, I started a garden this year, and you know, the kids got involved with helping me plant again, tomatoes and stuff like that, and we got some more chickens for them to raise. So I have hens at my house. I have 21 hens, and we raise eggs, and you know, the kids sell them to the neighbors, so they really have fun with it.
That's next level. That's where I grew up like that with chickens, and that's my goal is to get my husband, because we started the garden too. But
it's super simple, and you know what? You get these beautiful eggs like this.
Ooh, pretty.
Them, all different
Beautiful.
colors. You know, I have you know maybe like 7 or 8 different varieties of chickens that lay, you know, eggs that range from, you know, beige through blue, green, and dark brown to like chocolate colored.
I don't know if you can see the questions, but I'm going to pop up a couple up here. Can you use this?
Sure.
Can you use the same recipe on tenders instead of wings?
You know, yes, you can use the same recipe on tenders instead of wings. The only thing is you're going to fry it a little bit differently. You're only going to fry them once. You could either bread them with breadcrumb mixture or just with a little bit of flour before you fry them. But tenders will work perfect if you don't want to do wings.
My cream is definitely on the. It's going.
Okay, so once you get it up to a boil, you can add your cheese in.
Okay.
And if we're going too fast, let me know. I can slow it down a little bit.
I think I'm good.
Okay. So we're going to add the cheese in and just start whisking it in. And I tell you what, I like the size of your pot that you're using better than the size that I use.
And a little bit of pepper, you said, right?
And a little pinch of pepper.
Great. And just keep whisking or kind of go back and forth?
Keep whisking it. You can step away for a second, but whisk it. You know, let it melt slowly. Keep it over medium or low heat at this point, just so it doesn't burn.
Yeah.
And make sure that you're getting around on the sides of the pot as well.
Okay. What's up, Adrian?
I'm not good at reading the questions, so.
No, that's okay. And just to let everybody that's joining us now, we've got Chef Ed McFarland at our disposal, so you can ask him questions. If you have a cooking question, there's a question mark on the bottom left of your screen, and that way I can put it up right on the screen so everybody can see it. Now, do you make a perfect buffalo wing? Somebody's asking, and
yeah,
if
you
so,
know, listen, I'm a big buffalo wing fan as well, and so one of the things on buffalo wings, I don't know how to get off the screen, but so one of the things on buffalo wings is, you know, Frank's is really kind of, not to endorse anything or not endorse anything, but Frank's is really the way to go. And
yeah,
I do mix another sauce into my buffalo sauce, and it's a sauce called Delitas. It's not super readily available here. And then, of course, a lot of butter in there. So so I'm trying to, I got it back. Okay. So,
and somebody's asking too what the temperature to the wings boil, and you said 350, right?
It should be 350. Yes, 350 on the wings. And we're ready to drain our pasta. We're at 10 minutes. So I'm going to go and take my pasta off the stove and let it drain really well.
Can I help you right on through? What are you looking for? Sorry, my son. I'm helping my son real quick while I.
Yeah, that's okay, no problem. My kids were watching something on the phone before, and they left.
What's up, baby? You're looking for what? Tell me. Oh, well, we're gonna have to. We'll get it right after Mommy's done, or maybe you can go ask Daddy. Oops! Don't do it, cheese. My cheese is exploding now.
That's okay. You're all good. Just whisk it. Turn the gas down a little bit as well. Get it down a little lower.
All right. And you're also watching the time on the chicken wings. That was 15 minutes for the first fry, right?
Yeah, we have about 8 more minutes on the chicken wings for the first fry.
Okay.
And one of the things, just to be prepared, get something, a plate or a bowl with paper towel in it, so we could drain the oil off the chicken wings.
Ooh. Can you say hi, everybody?
How you doing?
Say hi,
Which are you looking forward, the mac and cheese or the wings?
You want mac and cheese or wings? Mac and cheese, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Right. He likes wings, though. We had him for the first time not too long ago. All right, let me get that paper towel going.
And that cheese is really up there.
The cheese is up there. I know. The cheese exploded a little.
That's okay. So you see the cheese sauce here is super creamy and loose. As it gets cooler, it'll thicken up. But this is really kind of what I'm looking for in the consistency, and why I like to use the cream as opposed to milk.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely melting the right way. I don't think it's burning, so that's good news.
It's not bubbling.
What's that, baby?
It's bubbling.
It is bubbling. This is called frying. We don't fry a lot, so this is a new thing for him to see.
I'm having camera person difficulties here. My
You guys have to
wife
see,
is doing
that's
the
close.
camera and she can't hold it in the right place. So let's take a look
Hey,
at
just
your
careful, baby,
cheese
just-
sauce. You think your cheese sauce is ready now?
It's definitely. Oh,
Whoever
yeah, I
said
think it's
thank you there to me, thank you as well. You're welcome. So, yeah, I think you need to go a little
You're
bit
very
longer.
hungry.
You're still a little bit loose on the cheese sauce. Maybe another 5, maybe about 5 more minutes, and it'll be perfect.
Okay. It looks like 5 more minutes and you can have some mac and cheese. How's that sound?
So one of the things that we
into it.
have to do is we still have to mix the breadcrumb to sprinkle
Oh,
on
yeah,
top.
okay.
So why don't we do that? And if you have your breadcrumb in a bowl,
Okay.
and we're going to throw our cheese in.
Mm-hmm. What kind of cheese? It was the
That's Parmesan cheese, Parmesan Reggiano, or you could use Grana Padano as well. Chopped parsley.
good.
We have some garlic and oil, some chopped garlic with oil.
Wait, this is for the top of the mac and cheese, or
This is
for
to sprinkle
the?
on top of the mac and cheese.
Oh, I didn't realize the garlic and oil went there. Okay.
We're gonna use do you have garlic, separate garlic also for the wings?
Got it. Okay.
Do you have separate garlic also for the wings?
I can. Yeah, I made enough that I can do
Okay,
that.
so save a little bit for the wings.
Okay.
And then I also put a little bit of mayonnaise in the breadcrumb to keep it moist.
Okay. Got that.
And then, we're just going to give it a good mix around. And you can put a little bit of salt and pepper in here as well.
Yeah.
What is that?
This is mayo. Mayo, so that we can make some delicious breadcrumbs for the top of the mac and cheese.
I'm going to just go ahead and use my hands here because it's a little bit easier than using the spatula.
Yeah, mixing the mayo with I'm mixing it with a teaspoon right now because that's what I had in front of me and that's not working.
Yeah, use your hand is going to be a lot better.
Okay.
And you'll see the consistency is really moist. The mayonnaise really keeps moisture in the breadcrumb really nicely.
Yeah.
And,
This is a dish I'm sure your kids like. What have you?
We do mac and cheese and we do lobster mac and cheese. One gets it with lobster, one gets it without.
Okay.
So it's for both.
And what have you guys been eating mostly during this time?
What have we been eating mostly? Grilled broccoli, chicken, some steak, some whole fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're big broccoli eaters here, so we definitely get vegetables on the plate every day, and tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
So those are kind of the staples in the house.
So
How
far,
about you? What are the go-to meals?
Go-to meals have definitely been. We've made a veggie quesadilla a lot with this refried black bean that I learned on one of these. What else have we been eating a lot?
We've been eating.
What's your favorite?
My daddy's chicken.
Oh, you like your daddy's chicken? We've been grilling. We have like one marinade we use all the time.
Okay.
Yep.
A go-to seasoning on stuff for me is always kind of Old Bay. I like to throw Old Bay on top of stuff. It really
Oh yeah.
it really works well. And I have the benefit also to bring food home from the restaurant, so it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, we don't have that. Although we have been supporting. We've been doing a lot of takeout as much as we could during this whole time.
So I think you're pretty close on the cheese sauce, but why don't we pull the wings out first and drain them, before we go to the mac and cheese.
Sounds good. Where did I put my soup? Let's see. What's up, baby? Hold on 1 second, okay? Oh, you want to sit up there? You can get up there.
I want to move it.
What do you want to move? Where do you want to? Oh, over here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll help you. Hold on. All right, great. Let me get these wings out. And should I leave the oil on after
Leave
out?
the oil on because we want it to heat back up to the temperature for the second fry.
Okay.
Whoa, that looks good.
It looks good. Great.
Can we move this?
Hold on, love bug. I'm going to do it in 1 second. Let me just get these wings out, and then we'll do it together, okay?
Wait.
These are wings, chicken wings.
Wait.
Chicken wings. You like chicken wings, right? Remember we had them the one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once you pull the wings out, we'll let them drain nice and easy, and then we'll mix the mac and cheese.
Okay, I'm good. I've got the
So-
wings out.
Do you want to? That's perfect. So just let them sit and rest a little bit, and then let me just show you the wings. This is my wing here. And so I'm going to grab a bowl to mix the mac and cheese in. You could do it in the pot that you have the cheese sauce in or the pasta pot. I just happen to have a bowl that's kind of readily available for me. That's a nice big bowl.
Okay. Yeah, I probably will just throw it in the same cheese pot just to save, because my husband gives me a very hard time. I'm going to move you back because the oil might pop, so I'm going to leave you right there. He gives me such a hard time because I use so many pans.
Pot? Well, you know what? Does he clean them or do you clean them?
He does mostly. Like,
Well, there you
if
go.
I
So
cook,
use as much as you want. That's my motto in this. I don't clean the pots either, so I try and use as many as possible.
that's what he thinks I do, but I swear I don't do it on purpose. It looks like, I don't know if it'll all fit in here because there's still like the cream. Hold on. Let's see if that's going to work. Let me see.
I mean, you may have a little bit of extra sauce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might do it actually in the other pan.
In the pasta pot?
Yeah, that way I can control the
Yes.
amount.
So if you give a quick look, I have it in the bowl mixed. It's really
nice.
super well coated.
Hold on. Oh, I made such a mess. I mean, we just cleaned the top of the oven and it is a wreck now.
That's okay. That's what's the fun about cooking. You know, there's sometimes going to be a little bit of a mess. It's okay.
Yeah, you could call this that.
It means
Oh, yeah,
it means you're doing something right.
This looks good. Ooh, Adrian, you are gonna love this.
Come here. Come here. Yeah, I have somebody who wants to get on the camera as well. You want to get in too, guys?
Hi.
You want to say, Nicole, tilt it down a little bit. Say hello, guys, to everybody. So it's Henry and Victoria. Say hello
Hi.
to Ginger.
And this is Adrian.
And Adrian over there. Okay. And
Nice to see you guys.
They've been kind of waiting in the background to get over here and show their faces.
Nice. Well, let me show you my mac and cheese so far.
Okay.
There.
That looks good. Looks very good.
Okay. So now what?
So now we can get it in a bowl, and we can taste it.
Where do the breadcrumbs go though?
We're gonna sprinkle them right on top. So kind of like like if you ever had baked macaroni and cheese, and you put the breadcrumb on top and put it in the oven, we're just sprinkling it on top for a little bit of texture.
Oh, okay. You like it?
Mac and cheese, yummy.
Yummy. Okay. So let me get you a little bowl, Adrian, and then you can be the taste tester. Okay? Yeah, great.
So this is pretty easy though, right, Ginger? Super simple.
Oh, it's very easy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wouldn't have overflowed the thing, we'd be in great shape here.
So, and then for the breadcrumb, we just a little sprinkle right on top.
Okay. See, I would have thought you had to bake that on top, but you don't have to.
You don't have to. I mean, I like it's great both ways. Kind of breadcrumb for me is is kind of like a universal seasoning.
Yeah.
Here, you guys have a plate right here, and we have.
What do you think?
Here you go, guys. You want to taste it on the camera? What do you think?
Yeah. Adrian, you feel the same?
How about you, Henry? And I might as well taste a little bit too.
Hold on 1 second. All right. So we're good on that one. Now we've got some chicken wings to finish
Yeah.
up.
So now let's get. You have your flour and cornmeal.
Yep, I've got that. That's all mixed.
Okay, so I have my flour and cornmeal, and we're gonna take a bowl and let's just put our chicken wings right in there.
Okay.
We're gonna drop them right in.
Great.
Toss them around.
This mac and cheese is really good.
Oh, you like it? I'm so glad.
And then once we have them nicely coated, we're just gonna go bring them right back over to the fryer, the pot with the oil.
Okay.
And without splashing ourselves,
I was
we're
gonna
just
say yeah,
kind of drop them in nice and easy.
that's the real ticket if you can do that.
Yum, 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 yum.
Ooh, I love it, Adrian. Let's put them back in. Mine got a little cool because it was popping, so I'm gonna wait a second.
Okay, that's okay. It's not a problem. So just let it get back hot. It's got to be hot when you put the wings in, so this way they come nice and crisp. I'm gonna rinse my hands off.
Yeah, I know. I've got a lot going on here. So maybe Adrian, you can ask questions. You have any questions about cooking?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I think I might have.
So far so good. Everything looks good. Your mac and cheese looked good. It sounds it sounds like it tasted really good. And that's one of the things why Velveeta's kind of just perfect. You don't really need to do much to it.
Like flavor-wise, yeah.
Yeah, flavor-wise, it's kind of all there, and it makes it super simple. What do you need?
Yep.
How good is it gonna taste?
How good? What can it taste?
All the food.
You're eating the mac and cheese.
Oh, what about the rest of it?
It's just the chicken wings. So you've had the chicken wings before. So we're gonna go 10 to 12 minutes now on the chicken wings once they're back in the oil. So for me, that'll be about 440.
Yep.
And so what we'll do is I'm going to drop my garlic and my Parmesan cheese into a bowl and just kind of mix it around and have it ready to go. And I have a little bit of the oil left from the breadcrumb. I'm going to dump that in there as well, but not too much oil because we want it to stay on the drier side.
Yep.
I'm going to put a little bit of parsley in there as well.
Okay. So it's the garlic, the parsley, the parm.
Yep. And that's all we're going to do. So as soon as the wings are ready, then we're just going to take them out, drain them again on paper towel, and toss them right away. That was perfect. That absolutely perfect.
Adrian wants to know why I'm doing it quick. You know what's been so nice about this is that we have had time. Like when we do TV segments, we're always in this rush, and it's 2 minutes to get all this stuff done.
Yes.
How great is this? We can go as long as we want. Actually, I think it's an hour, but
this is great. And you know what? Now I don't have to cook anything for dinner tonight because it's already ready.
That's why I keep saying absolutely. And just to remind everybody, Chef McFarland is here to help us with this easy eat. The recipe will be posted, but there's a question mark in the bottom left.
Yep.
So while we wait for these wings to cook, I say we answer a couple of questions, right?
Sounds good. So do I need to press that?
Nope, I'll do it.
Okay.
They need to do it. So to submit your question, you guys have to do that. Okay. They're wondering how we know, have you ever, oh, here we go. Are you associated with Food Network?
I am not associated with Food Network. I have been on Food Network a bunch of times on various shows. I do Bobby Flay's show as a guest judge a lot on Beat Bobby Flay, and I've done some other stuff over the years as well.
Is this specific recipe something special to your family, or like something handed down, or is it just something you came upon?
So the chicken wing recipe is a recipe I use in the restaurant, and the mac and cheese recipe is something that I think we kind of just ate growing up, basic mac and cheese with Velveeta.
So this one's good. Tasha is asking, and this is, I'm not vegan, but I don't do this much dairy. I can't, like, it's just not good for me. But for vegan eaters, do you have a recommendation for cheese?
Unfortunately, I do not have a recommendation for a vegan cheese.
Yeah.
I could try and guess, but it's kind of way out of my.
I've done a cashew. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah. Did you use the whole block of cheese in this cream?
So I did not use a whole block because I get 5-pound blocks of Velveeta. So I get really big blocks of cheese. So I just cut a pound off of it.
This is a great question. What kind of oil do you use to fry?
So generally speaking, I prefer to fry in peanut oil because it gives more flavor. Today I'm frying in canola oil because that's what I happen to have. But generally speaking, I prefer peanut oil. It just gives a lot of flavor. I know there's a big issue with allergies and stuff like that. We've kind of dealt with that in the restaurant over the years, but to me, it gives the most flavor to your food if you use peanut oil.
Yeah, so if you guys keep submitting questions, just go to that question mark, and all you can do is just, you just submit it right there. Someone else is asking, is this your favorite, or what is your favorite dish to make? Like, what do you still get joy out of making, even though you cook constantly?
You know what? I like to cook everything, but mostly I think I really enjoy just grilling in general. Like cooking stuff on the grill is kind of my favorite thing to do. I do still eat lobster because that's a question I personally get a lot. Do you still eat lobster? I still eat lobster all the time. And probably my favorite thing to eat is pizza. Pizza, yes.
Yeah. Oh, Adrian wants to see. He wants to see the progression. Here.
Okay.
Whoa. Those are the chicken wings. Yeah. They're frying up. And so we're waiting on the chicken wings for their second fry.
For the second fry, I have about maybe like 4 minutes left on the fry for the wings. Really, you're just kind of waiting until they get crispy now. So once they're crispy, they're ready to go. But it usually takes about 12 minutes on the second fry for the wings.
Great. Let me see if I have another one. So the restaurants, just so everybody knows, tell us where we can find you, how we can support you, all that good stuff. Sure.
So Ed's Lobster Bar has 2 locations. One is New York City at 222 Lafayette Street. I've been there for 13 years. And also in Sag Harbor, right outside of town on Bridgehampton Sag Harbor Turnpike. It's 1742 Bridgehampton Sag Harbor Turnpike. And out there in Sag Harbor, I have a huge outdoor garden and plenty of outdoor seating. So we're geared up. We have a beautiful garden out there. And a great spot to sit and have cocktails.
What would you say is your favorite lobster recipe? Or what is the best lobster recipe this person's asking?
My favorite lobster recipe is my lobster ravioli. So I make a sherry cream sauce with mushrooms, shallots, and truffle salt. It has a little bit of butter in there, reduced lobster stock to give it extra flavor. And then in the ravioli, there's nothing but lobster. It's ground up lobster meat, a little bit of butter, and nothing else. There's no cheese, no filler, nothing. And I think that's my favorite recipe in the restaurant. It's my favorite lobster dish that I eat.
Who taught you originally to make mac and cheese and fried chicken? Do you remember your first, or maybe who taught you how to cook?
As far as mac and cheese goes, that's got to be my mom growing up. We ate mac and cheese as kids, quick dinners and stuff like that. As far as fried chicken would go, I picked that up just working in restaurants over the years to make fried chicken. Yeah.
Someone's asking, they've been exploring making their own mac and cheese. What is the absolute best noodle for the homemade mac and cheese?
Personally, I'm a big fan of the orecchiette. Although a lot of people are sticklers for elbows.
Yeah.
And it's not macaroni and cheese if it's not elbows. That's I've heard that numerous times in the restaurant. So.
And this one, I don't know if I understand, but can you use this recipe with pork? I don't know how you do that with the frying pork.
If you
bits.
had pork on the saw out to fry like in the chicken wings, and
I guess so.
like fried like chopped up pork, I don't see why not. If the pork's going to be tender, my issue would just be if your chunks of pork are going to be soft when you're eating them, that they're not going to be really chewy in your mouth.
Now, Flo is asking, what made you decide to become a chef?
Well, maybe because I started to become a chef. Probably because I wanted to be abused my whole life. No, so you know, I always grew up in the house. I was always in the kitchen, and I had been working in red sauce Italian places in Staten Island, pizzerias, and I kind of woke up one day, decided I was going to culinary school, and it just kind of took off right from there. It was like, we'll call it an epiphany. I woke up and was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, and it really just stuck. Obviously,
and it
worked.
Stuck. You know, I've been working in New York City since 1995, so I'm really enjoying it.
Wow, these are looking good. I keep checking them because I'm like nosy as to how they're working.
They're you can't, you know, the whole point here is just to get them nice and crisp. Once they're crisp, it's ready to go. So once on the second cook, you can't go wrong now with your chicken wing because it's already cooked. I do a version of chicken wings that I bake them, and they take almost 2 hours.
Whoa!
So I bake them for 30 minutes, pat them dry, flip them over. I bake them again. Then I pat them dry. I take them out and I dry rub them, and I bake them on both sides until they're crisp, which takes about 45 more minutes. And it's just a dry rub chicken wing that is a little bit healthier because you're not frying it, you're baking it, but it's very time consuming.
Yeah, sounds like it because it's definitely like yeah, that sounds like that's not that you have to have the real day set up for that. Like
Henry wants to say hello to a couple people. Say hello to Jade because Jade's watching. Say hi, Jade.
Hi.
Hi, Jade.
Jade.
And hi, Laura. We know Jade and Laura
Laura.
watching. We have our old au pairs in France. A couple of them. One of the new one coming, and a couple of old ones are watching today.
That's
on
who
the
was
live
asking
stream,
if.
So we say hello.
Oh,
And,
I love
it's
that.
Nice.
Can I say hello?
You want to say hello too? Yeah. Okay,
So did you learn French from Jade?
Not from Jade. Hasn't been here yet. She's new, but from Laura taught them some French.
Hi.
Yeah.
So they're learning. It's a slow process for them to do the French, and
Yeah.
we're really trying to boost it and push it more and more.
Yeah.
You know, I think the second language is super important, and we're getting there slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting there on Spanish. He's our 2-year-old. Always he'll count, but he starts at 2, so he does dos tres. He won't.
Yeah.
He's like against uno for some reason.
So, so here you're going to see my wings are really nice and golden, and they're crispy, and I'm going to start to take them out.
Okay. Let's see. Careful, baby. Okay. Careful. I'm gonna take the chicken out so we can put it in the. Look at you. Look at you.
Me getting the snap, this cheese.
Yeah.
Me getting them now.
You know what to say.
A bunch.
Woo!
I'm getting cheese to kill them.
Okay.
Now so he gets all cheesy. Then he goes cheesy.
I kind of can't believe I made fried chicken wings in my own kitchen.
It's
Like,
pretty easy, right? And it doesn't make too much of a mess. So right now I'm going to sprinkle some salt on top of the wings.
Okay. What kind of salt do you like?
I like, you know, when I'm seasoning, I use kosher salt for something like this. And if it's actually something that I sliced, I would use a nice gray sea salt, like a solid green, to go on top. Something that has some nice moisture in it.
Okay. Because I have like that sea salt, or I have the regular, or
Sea salt. You could use sea salt or regular salt here. It's not going to matter too much because it's kind of just it's just going to get mixed into the bowl with everything now. It's part of the flavor.
Okay. Yeah, because I like a good salty wing if I'm gonna have it.
No, they need to be salty. That's definitely correct. And then we're really just gonna toss them really nice. Get them nice.
And then the
coated.
cheese will kind of melt? Is that what's going to happen?
The cheese won't really melt too much, but it'll start to stick to the wings from the heat as you mix it around. And then when we plate them, we're gonna take all the stuff out of the bowl and kind of just put it right back on top.
All right.
Make a couple plates here.
Ooh, those smell good.
And I'm sure they're nice and crispy, right?
Very. Like, I don't even know if anything's sticking, but.
Well, that's okay. You'll sprinkle it right on top. The flavor's going to be on there no matter what.
Okay. That's right, H. I think you got the cheese. That's in the cheese, baby. It's all over the floor.
What's that, buddy?
The breadcrumbs.
No, that's the garlic and the cheese. If you're concerned about the sticking, you could always add a little bit of oil and olive oil into the bowl.
Yeah.
So this is what I have right here on my kind of small plate.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really nicely coated on top. We sprinkled the garlic, cheese, and parsley on top, and that's really the recipe.
That's it.
Yeah. And
It looks
pretty simple.
This is cheat day on high.
You got a great plate there. I'm a little jealous right now because I kind of have everything separated. I'm a little upset with myself. I'm gonna have to throw some chicken wings here with my mac and cheese.
Don't be. You did a great job. I really appreciate your time today. And in case anybody wants to know, you can check out Ed by going to his Instagram, which is just Chef Ed McFarland.
Yeah, and we're also at Ed's Lobster Bar as well.
You can find him there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing this. How's it? Yeah, I tasted the mac and cheese a lot, but let me do that.
See how the wings pull right away from the bone.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we.
A little hot.
That's why we
Good.
cook them twice.
Wow. Yeah. I made a chicken wing. I'm very proud.
Fantastic, Ginger. Thank you so much. You were fantastic.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye bye.